Okay, gonna record a video for you guys again. And I'm also wanted to show this. You guys just getting some random feedback here. I'm still on this throttle. After recalibrating. I thought I'd show someone here videos says 1,000 words. Mind you, it was in the previous video, so I recalibrated all my controls. They're working a lot better actually. But here, let me pull up this. Oh, that's not the right one. On the throttle will randomly kind of glitch out there as I pull up and down on the collective. And hopefully I'll get it on film here for you once we take off from this spot. We're on the search and rescue server and it's raining, so it may be a little choppy here of my frames. And it's been pretty good. It only acted up once, so there it goes. See that? Up on the left there. But this time it's sometimes it overpowers. If I pull up or on the stick it goes up. Or sorry, on the collective. Let me pull the collective up a bit. And then it's staying in place, or at least it was today. I think it's got a slow drop again. Oh, there it goes. Anyway, I thought I'd show that to someone there, and maybe they can figure out what that is. On a side note, the slow drop didn't occur till just now either. I was just going to say it went away. There goes the throttle again. So about 3/4 of the way pulled, it's starting to act up. But it's staying in the green, as you guys can see here, and the RPM. I was trying to explain it to people, and it's really hard to talk about it there. But anyway, let me show you the throttle there. Oh, it's going up and down on its own now. I believe this because this collective is slowly dropping on its own. It's meant to be, though, I guess, over time. I made a video the other day and posted it of how the throttle stays in place when you pull it up and down. But, or sorry, the collective goes up and down, stays in place. The throttle's twist there on the, I think I never showed that in the video. But anyway, this throttle here is acting up, but not on the RPM today after the calibration, but it happened randomly at the lower RPM just earlier, so keep an eye on it. So if I lower the collective, it should go back up. There it goes. If I pull it back up into 3/4, right there we go. So it's acting up at 3/4 level today. Should probably watch where I'm going. We're gonna fly right into a building. There's some nice construction towers you guys can fly into as well. So anyway, let's we'll fly around now. I just want to get that out of the way. And on a side note here, I get this away. Yes, these buttons. There you go. We'll just keep an eye on the RPM gauge because realistically, I don't like flying with these flying aids. I feel like there's some sort of STD. Anyway, what we're gonna do here? Oh yeah, it's gonna show you the skin. I have a Sacramento County Sheriff, so we're going to look for maybe a couple of drunk Georgian drivers. We're way out of our jurisdiction over here though, but we can always pretend it's Georgia, USA. But I don't think this contours are about the same, never been down south. Shout out to Georgians in the USA and over in actual Georgia. So I was watching the news there, and I don't want to get too political, but I was kind of hoping there is some Hueys out east, because I'd like to utilize my services, maybe pick up some real search and rescues, but maybe one day. I think we'll look to the Canadian Armed Forces there in a year or two. Got my eye on a Griffin. It's a 412, kind of like a UH-1Y up here in the north. We don't have any attack helicopters in Canada on a side note. Mind you, I'm sure we could rig up some of our choppers to be attack choppers if we really needed to. We're flying out east because I had a whole bunch of these spawned out here, and we'll do some pickups and landings. Recalibrated. The main thing, I had to recalibrate again today. I did it last night, but the cyclic, I didn't have it properly and it was acted up there for the first time. But thankfully, so far, I'm doing that right now there, but hopefully that doesn't act up there. But that's what it was doing randomly in mid-flight. It'll go up and down, but let's see here. Hopefully it'll be better. I did have my delivery from this set in the middle of like -30, and I don't know if that affected anything there. Who knows? Hopefully not. I think it's got to be something lately there, something with Windows Update, maybe even. Because I had some Windows updates a while ago, maybe that's what did it. Yeah, it never seemed to do that for at least like 75 hours. I had clocked on this, not an issue. Here we go, some smoke. Oh, we got some sunshine over here, right on. Let me go arrest some crazy, creepy Disney groomers over here. Sick folk. Should get the rocket pods on them instead, actually. But let's not go there. I don't want to get political. Let's not watch any more of that. On a side note, shout out to Karsten, and hopefully you're blowing up some bridges today. I heard a bridge, some bridge talk, and they're thinking about forming a union, trying to get some new bridges in as quick as you can blow them up. Anyway, I retested calibration there before it's, I don't think it's been acting up too much here yet, but I won't want to talk too soon. We're gonna come into ETL here, and we'll see here at some point. Hopefully we don't have RPM acting up, plus I don't want to run this guy over. Because you can actually crush these dudes. Don't mind my landing, no, it's kind of squirrely. Just keeping the eye on the RPM there. And he's in, we have 4 people on board, alright. Alright, yeah, I'm a little squirrely. And I'm curious to see this video replay later to see if it's actually a little bit choppier looking or not. But I think it's actually VR that causes that. A lot of my playbacks look a lot smoother than it actually looks in VR. But must be some sort of delay over the cable to the when you watch there at a lower FPS maybe. Alright, so I'm just happy I can fly in VR and get the Huey in every day. In a moment here when we land, I think I forgot to show you the external view of this chopper, and it's got a couple of texture glitches going on. I never got around to fixing yet, but not a big deal. And, usually I can hear when the RPM acts up, so I'll just keep an eye on Buddy over here at this tower. This is a pretty sweet tower. I'd like to land on that one day, but I'm not going to bother crashing it today here just to do that. And 5 bodies on board. Alright. On a side note here, I don't think I showed you this there last time. You guys, if you fly in the server, there's a bunch of things you can do in the F10 menu. You can list your closest bases, which ones you want to get to, and then they show the status of how many people are in the hospital, all that kind of stuff. I won't go there yet. You can adjust your rope length. And personal statistics is what I was going to pull up here. We're still sitting at 20 crashes over the course of 146 hours, and I think a lot of those were technical issues, but kind of still sad about that. But 2,411 takeoffs, pretty happy about that. Anyway, let's get out of there, and that should go away in a second. Alright, what was I going to do? Alright, we're going to show you the external view. Okay, so this is the Sacramento Sheriff, but all these weird little, it's like almost like a camouflage pattern. That's like a texture glitch, but I'm still getting around to fix that though. But it's a pretty fun chopper to fly, and I'll get back in here. And I forgot about that thing that's sticky right there. Alright, so I had to hold my head still for that. So we're flying online, the search and rescue service. There's no one here right now. Let me just take off and we'll get going. And hopefully we should get out of here pretty good. I think we'll go this way. Oh yeah, I got plenty of room for a takeoff here. But actually, you know what? Let's just stay right in a hover. So we got Buddy right around the corner over here, and we didn't even have time to get into ETL on that one. I think that's a dude there already, yeah. Anyways, on a side note, if anyone else has Maxflightsticks getting random phantom inputs on their throttle, please let me know on the comments there. And I believe today is the, well, it's April 2022. It's going to pull up the date off the watch, but not when I'm holding on to a cyclic in this transitional lift, which we're hitting right now. And I think we'll swing around over here from these hydro lines. And right on, lined right up with another victim here. So don't mind me, I might have a lot of excessive head movement when flying here. I'm trying to keep an eye on that RPM gauge. Alright, you can go away now. Mine is going to come up again when I get close here. Let's see, the wind's blowing probably over towards 3-0. So I'll come in, swing around, and come in probably about a 240. You guys know what I'm talking about there, compass tack. Navigation is your friend in the Huey. So I've synchronized these compasses here. I wonder if we have room to get them on this side of the tree line. Let's see here. Alright. We should, if I get it way up in there. Alright. Actually, I don't know, I might actually be able to fit through that tree. You see that trail going in there? I'll look at her in a minute. But, there might be a gap just by this trail here. Oh, don't you get laggy there. So we're flying in the wind, so we should be able to do a fairly slow hovering landing here. Yeah, we'll sneak in over it. Alright, we'll land way up here. Give it a lot of wide berth. Man, we're coming in quick. I'm gonna slow down. I recalibrated controls. They're a little more touchier than before, so I'm just gonna hover and come back around. Sometimes better just to be safe and board it. Take your time. And I'm curious to watch that replay because it was super choppy coming in there too. All right, left pedal. We're gonna try to be careful here. When you guys are landing on banks, you can do a dynamic rollover, which I'm trying not to do here. Oh, but at least I got to kind of show you. Oh, we're fully loaded. Oh, shoot. Alright. I'm going to try to keep it more PG rated this time with none of that foul stuff there. Alright, let's go back. But you can see here where we're level flight and the grass is going down on an angle. And if you land and then you like tip over that way like we almost did. So I'm going to go and turn around back into the wind. And so you use left pedal go left, right pedal go right. That's like a rotational left. And then you have your cyclic left and right to roll left, roll right. click forward to go forward, it'll roll your forward off its center of gravity, and then you're gonna compensate pulling up on the collective to keep your level there. But we're not quite level here, so we're gonna go head west. And drop these guys off at the hospital. And then I think on this side note here, since we're gonna do something different, oh, I wonder what time we started this video here. No, I'll at least start my watch. Alright, whoa. Was using my nose gap, that was getting kind of deadly there. Alright, I restarted my 2-hour timer, which I use. And we'll try to keep an eye on the time. Sound like the throttle is acting up there. I'm gonna pull up whoever this message is from. So someone clearly joined. Let's see who it was. I think that said Mixie. I'll go see here in a minute. Doesn't really matter. Unless you want to play together in formation. Which is another good thing you guys all can practice, but it's probably good to learn all the basics before you try flying formation. It's just gonna look, oh, I don't know, like giving a kid like 400 caffeine pills and watch him run around with ADHD versus a nice, smooth, relaxed, joint, dynamically synchronized formation flight. But, don't give kids caffeine, by the way, that's probably cool. And probably not even legal anyway, but not pills, anyway. You know what I'm talking about. We'll get into that. Doing any creepy ass shit like Disney there. Alright, let's see. Either we had a new body or we're getting chatty. Let's pull that up. Oh, they left. Okay, that's another thing I could have been. Guess we're all by ourselves again there, unless I forgot to look at something. I'm not gonna bother pulling it up there and showing off my super high ping. Alright, let's do more of a rapid decel here for a second. Alright. Come as tight in here as we can. There we go. Alright, so we're not trying to do any pretty landings by any means, but I probably would have come in a little slower, would have more time to make that look nice. And we do have some crosswinds in the server too, so just my defense there. Alright, let's we'll pick up a few more units, and I'm going to show you guys a sling load. Where you guys go and pick up the sling load on the server, and we want to make sure we don't hit this tower cable. Oh yeah, and another side note, we're talking about, there's some guy in Facebook wondering about when this black smoke occurred. This is a tiny little fire here, by the way. This is about as small as they get on the search and rescue server. And you'd like hover over water, fill your tanks, fly over that, go as close as you can, pull up your F10 menu, and then drop your load. Sounds kind of dirty, but anyway. Once you drop your load over there, and then you go refill her, and then keep dropping loads. I'll let you guys think about that. There. And we'll move along here into the valley. And then we'll do a, man, I'm doing hard pedal right here, and me get off that. We'll rescue 2 or 3 up in here, drop them off, and then we'll go do a sling load, which is kind of boring, but I figure we'll get something different for a change on film than just straight up search and rescues. So we covered a bunch of things in this one there, and I'm not sure, maybe that's why my frames went down by that smoke there. All these orange smokes, chimney smokes, actual smoke, black smoke, white smoke, all that smoke shit. Slow your FPS, same with the rain. Blame it on the rain. Actually, I think we did that last time, so going on? I think I moved my foot on these pedals again. Got ran and slippage. Got some skater shoes, so when I relax my feet, they kind of slide a bit there. Probably should be wearing. Yeah, I don't want to hover right now. Mind you, we never did a hover last time. I wonder if this guy. Yeah, let's try a hover over here. Same concept, you can hover over any unit and pick them up really in this. So it's, we're talking about some people coming here wonder how you get the cargo working. I think by default it's at 20 meter length. So you could basically, I think you just gotta be a couple of feet over them, you can pick them up. Sometimes they spawn in the water and you just hover over them and you pick them up automatically there. So you just, I'll show you guys here, and then we can, that'll be another thing we can cover, get that out of the way. And it's going to be nice and slow coming around here. Just don't want to hit vortex ring state, as also known as the VRS, or Victor Romeo Sierra. I hope there's only one here, because I'd like to just hover and get this guy off the roof. So let's see, it should tell me here in a moment. Okay, I'm within range. Okay, good, there's one guy, okay. Alright, so this should seem more realistic. I'll just put him in my chin bubble, and then, well, we gotta get a little closer here. Whoop. So this is a good thing about VR, is you can get right now, this should be close enough here. 7, 6, 5. Oh. 3, 2. Oh, they're too far away. Or did we get him? Oh, we did get him. Okay. Whoa, man, that was some squirrely hovering with this orange smoke. I didn't want to squish him, but I think we got him there. Well, some black screen of death. Alright, so that wasn't the prettiest hover, but you guys hopefully get the idea. I just didn't want to squish his head right up into my foot well there, so probably wouldn't have looked very good. It doesn't sound very nice when you squish him and kill him and then you get minus points. Haha! It's about the only way you can get points in here is if you squish them, then you're in the negative, and I wouldn't try that because I'd imagine the server host might actually have some way to kick people out, and I don't want to test that out. Get kicked out of my favorite server, and there's a lot of posts around here, so there's some like that post right there, and that post right there. Alright, so we could have hovered there. Speaking of hovering, guys, go check out Pilot Yellow on YouTube if you guys want to check out some real helicopter videos. Flying a gimbal Cabri G2 for the most part, but sometimes he's up in a Robinson, whatever you want to call it. I think usually they got R44, I think I've been seeing him in the most. But anyway, actually, you know, let's get this guy here. And then we'll return to base. Let's just do a nice here. Looks like the sun's breaking up. I was watching the videos earlier and the skies look a lot better since that update, say a year or so ago. There's a dude. I don't know if you can see him in the smoke. We're just gonna hover for a second. Let's my VR eyes adjust to these blades of grass so we can get some reference points here. There we are. There's one guy, okay. Let's make sure I don't land on anyone by accident here. VR is really fucking hard to see in rain and 0.9 pixel density, so just gonna come in nice and easy, just ease it in there. Tappy tappy. Some old Happy Gilmore back in the day. Ever watch that movie? Check out the part where he beats up Bob Barker with Price is Right. Haha, good times. I think he actually gets his ass kicked there. But, alright, we're going to return east to base. We're going to head west towards this big black smoke. Drum mob Kutaisi downtown, then we're going to head to, believe it's heading, oh, just off, you know, I'll have to fly out there and tell you. I memorized the flight path out to the, where you pick up cargoes. So the reason why you guys would pick up cargo in the server, let me see how many bodies I have. Actually, no, I'm not going to pick those guys up. There's the, when you show the bases, sure you don't. F3. Alright, this big long list popped up here. Oh, well, it would have popped up. Let's try that again. It'll show you how many people you can bring to the hospital before they max out their beds, so that's capacity. We do that quite often, and I think we raised the limit here. And then you see supplies. We're getting low at Kutaisi, 857 kilograms out of 20,000. Yeah, there's been a lot of bodies going in there. Our body, wow, you're real low. 159 kilometers away. Let's not worry about you. But anyways, hopefully that'll give you an idea there of, well, better look where I'm going here. Cargo, resupply, search and rescue, where the hospitals are. And I believe those show the bases you can fly to. If not, they're marked on the map in the F10. I'm not going to pull up right now, so I'm going to focus on this landing here. And then we'll get on our merry way, go pick up a cargo, and then call it a day after that when I pull an auto rotation after, if we have time for that. Let's see how long it's been already here. So I'll try to add some minutes to the original one. And it's 12 minutes, so we'll say we're 25 minutes in. I don't like doing estimates there, but anyway. I haven't seen that throttle act up too much, but I want to start knocking on wood here and testing that out. So, oh, there we go. What just happened? Speak of the devil. Actually, that may not be true because I think you might sometimes do that when you come in for landing. But I don't know. Quote me. Okay, we're empty, and we're gonna head out there. I'm just gonna see if this thing's acting up here, and I gotta focus on this takeoff first. Yeah, there goes the throttle. Yeah. Alright, so let's not worry about that. Again. We're gonna head out east in the valley between Caucasus, however you say that. The mountains over here, and then towards Tbilisi. You can't really see the valley because of the rain and the fog and the clouds. But I believe we're flying, if I memorize this compass bearing, I think it's just east of 120. And it's about a 10-minute flight at 80 knots, so let's get way up to speed here. I recalibrated today, so we should be able to get all the way up to 120 knots here pretty easy. So I think there's a lot better movement in the cyclic since I recalibrated. And I went, I'd say 90% input versus 50. I probably should have just did full input, because I don't think realistically the calibration likes me not doing full joystick input or cyclic input there, because it was shaking around a bit there until I moved it a bit. But people who do the calibration setup will know what I'm talking about there. Because if you move your joystick all the way to the floor, and you probably want it to still be in sync with the cyclic in the game there. So. Well, we're way off heading here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 0. We're gonna fly over these smokes because we're going to pick up cargo. So, how fast are we going? We're getting there anyway. I don't want to overroach EGT or do anything random. You know, I'm gonna take a couple of ticks off that 120 to compensate for our track. That should work. In a moment here, we're gonna line up with these hydro lines, and then we'll be able to follow them all the way in as a reference for your VFR, or visual flight rules. It should be these northern ones, unless they end, and then these southern ones pick up and then head over to the east, or say 100 degrees would be the next tick in from 90 would be east. Alright, let's line up with these. And we're gonna come into that one. No, we're gonna go further into that actually. This is about the proper heading. We should be about here. I could be off slightly. Let's do, actually, sorry, that was 110 degrees. This is 100 coming up right now. Sorry to misreference. Yeah, that's where we should be, right in line with that. Okay, yeah, sometimes I don't know what's going on in my ADHD brain there. So, shout out to USA. Thanks for making the Huey. I know war isn't always good, but there's, I guess the Huey came from that, so. God love you, Bell Textron, or Bell Helicopters, whatever you're called now. Shout me out a note if you guys want me to work for you one day. I would love to come there and get some pay while we're talking about helicopters all day. Maybe we'll get in a design, we'll bring the Huey back. I was thinking about doing like a redesign of the Huey, kind of like a smaller two-seater trainer, to be a lot smaller than the Charlie model. And you'd shrink the cargo bay down to only hold, say, 3 people, or 4 people probably, would be keep the width there, or even 5 in the back and 2 in the front, make a 7-seater at the least. And then you could still have cargo doors, keep them looking the same, and maybe sell it for $750,000 to $1 million new. And then I'd totally buy one, because that would be a well affordable, achievable number. Mind you, I think the average Huey is $750,000 to $2 million, depending on the parts. And yeah, we're still heading there. Don't mind me. We're still following these hydro lines. I could pull up the map, but that would be cheating. So, at least in my opinion, I want to tell you guys about visual flight rules and following landmarks. This would be like hydro lines, contours, random buildings, stuff like that. Oh look, someone's rejoined. I don't wonder if it's Snowman, but I think he's smart enough to know it's still raining here. Let's see. Mac. Isn't there a Mac in the movie Predator? He's the black dude. He's on Cool Cat. I think he's the dude who went nuts and picked up Texas minigun and cut all those trees down and crawling under that thing there before he got his head blown off by the Predator there. But alright, let's follow these follow the magical hydro lines. In real life, people get paid to follow these and survey. It'd be pretty fun, but I'm not really into pulling hydro lines for construction, no. I need some really small helicopters for that. Some really nimbly-bimbly ones and people standing on the skids. And those people got some pretty good danger pay, I hope. I don't know if you either get zapped, tangled, or caught all up and tangled, or wrap her up in a ball, or auto-rotating into trees, or crazy deadly stuff with that. But I'd imagine for the most part it's fun, good pay, good times, and a lot of good experience. So I implore you, anyone thinking about helicopters, to look into the industry as soon as you can for employment if you want to do that. I believe in the U.S. you can't be over 25 to be a pilot in the armed forces, but as a civilian, I think you go way up there. If you can afford it, you can get your pilot license in your 70s or even 80s if you pass that physical. I'm not sure about insurance on that, though, but for your aviation insurance, it's not everyone's favorite friend for expenses, but let's start the shoot there. I don't want a weird angle. I think around this bend, in probably about 1 to 2 minutes, we should have a visual contact on the river going into the city here as a secondary visual landmark sign to follow into the cargo. And there's also a aerial drone kind of look like corn candy corn, whatever you call it. Or you look like these things were like for Red Bull, where you fly through them. They're filled up with air. I think we're off the mark here. Let me straighten out. So I'll pedal a bit. So you don't use much pedal in flight, just to line yourself up with wind. It's been about a minute. Oh, we got some search and rescues out here. Someone must have crashed. Why did 10 o'clock here? Yeah. Fuck, that would suck crashing out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Alright, so I have a visual. Another thing, you got this building straight ahead. It's not the one you want to aim for, it's this other one. There's a bridge for Karsten, by the way. Probably want to blow that. But these tall towers coming up here where we're gonna land in a moment. Actually, sorry, I said that all wrong. Here's this river. Let's follow the river. Never trust your eyes. This is, sorry, it's the right one, not the left one. I think they both, they're twin towers. From different angles, same building. Alright, we're on site contact. So you see those red and white cones there on the left by the little stream river thingy. There's the LZ and a repair pad, refueling station, whichever you may need. We have enough fuel. We got 30 minutes. I'm gonna do a nice little landing. So you guys can come in hard there if you want. I'm just gonna come nicely here and pop over these trees on the left, and then we'll bring her in. There's another bridge Carson could blow over there. On a side note, speaking of which, this should come out with some easier to blow bridges for the Huey, so we can get on this blowing bridges train. Or it'd be cool if you could blow the train tracks and make the train derail all over the place. That'd be cool too. But really, I want cows. I want flying cows. I want sling load cows. Let's make it in here. We should be good enough to land here. And I gotta come to a touchdown so I can call this menu up here. Okay, so when you're in here and you're near that, we should be in an actual, well, you can't see, I don't want to get too technical there. when you make a mission, you can have a zone where you fly into the zone and then it activates triggers or whatever. But anyway, this is should be active here to pull up this. So we'll go 10 other, and then we'll do 6 for transport, F6, F2 for external sling load. You can do internal. I like to show you guys actually what we're gonna do here. And for the Huey, just for the heck of it, make things easy. It's windy. We're gonna do 500 kilograms. So do F1. And it should pop up somewhere here with red smoke. Oh wait, I haven't selected it. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're gonna go back into the menu there. Do you see the cargo popped up in front of us first? See that? Alright, so we'll go F6 right away. F1. And red smoke. There we go. So if you guys go F10, pull the cargo, F2, put it out, and then go F10 and go back into cargo, it's not gonna let you select it. You just pull up the menu in F6 directly right into it there, like I showed you. And we got just under 30 minutes fueled. You should be fine. And we'll head back to Kutaisi downtown. So I'm going to hover over this cargo in a moment. We'll pick her up automatically. And then once we get airborne, I'm going to select my auto drop button. I think that RPM's acting up there. Alright, let's pull it up here. Alright, so that's another reason why I don't like this throttle acting up. You have successfully hooked load supply 4. Oh, I know why it won't let me auto unhook, because this thing's not up here yet. We have, I'm gonna have to go hard right pedal because this wind. I'll head just between west and 300 to get to Kutaisi downtown. Let's see if this is working. There we go. Good. I know I hit it a few times now. That'll only work if you're hooked, so in a moment here it might start yelling at me for the cargo that's going left to right, because I'm talking and moving the stick too much. And I try not to get her over 80 knots. And we're definitely not picking up that dude there. So, if anyone wants to let me know if you're having issues with your twist throttle on the Maxflightstick with the DCS update April 2022, and if it's not just me, let me know. Because everything was working fine, never had any issues. And as you guys could see there, my RPM was dropping, almost put me into warning there on that cargo pickup. Anyone who flies the Huey would have seen that RPM going all squirrely there when I picked her up, and that wasn't my intention by any means. But, I don't know, I could always disable the twist throttle, that would be kind of lame. But, let's try to keep that PG rate or some other words popping up on mine there. Should be using there. Alright, we're heading a little too far up towards this mountain. So let me circle in north 30. We're actually kind of going a little fast here. Alright, man, that cargo's going to start swinging like crazy in a minute. When you guys are flying around in the cyclic, like very, very, very small movements, I can't even really look down there and show you because I'm not really moving it. My turn and slip indicator, they're still in wild, sorry, the center and the ball thing. Oh yeah, we're still heading too far north, right? Come around. You can see the contours off in the distance, means you're definitely flying too far north when you're going to Kutaisi downtown. And they're coming down, up and down, and right about where you can't see them anymore is where we're going to head. And that's just west of 30. degrees. 300 degrees. Say. Alright, yeah, pull up this, what's going on here? So bad. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what happens when you take your hands off the controls. I'm gonna lose some speed here. Drop her back down to 80 knots. And we're still gotta bring her more west here. And I'm not gonna be able to chat here because we should definitely not be taking our hands off the controls when you're flying cargo. So those envelopes there mean when someone joins or leaves or texts in the simulator. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to come more west here. And plus we're recording, we're not gonna get too textual, if that makes any sense. Alright, I think we're almost around here, and we're almost slung that load there, almost out of balance. Let's see what heading, yeah, we're right between west and 30. And my VR cable keeps getting stuck behind me here in this chair. Fix that. But let you guys, sorry, tongue twister. Let me know in the comments, any of you guys want to be a pilot if you want to get a helmet. What's your thoughts on helmets there? Personally, I would love to get a helmet. Not in the simulator because I have VR, but I could always integrate it. But if I flew in real life, I would love to have a helmet. Plus, they actually have been proven to help improve slightly your life expectancy in a crash. Just due to the fact, I don't know if anyone's ever seen a helicopter crash. They're not very pretty. That's everything crashing in on itself there might actually help, but depending on the crash, it won't really matter if you have a helmet on. Well, there's the first time I've heard him say that now. It's not swinging that bad. Sometimes it's better to ignore them and not even bother going on the stick. I think we're still too far up here, but we'll go a little bit more west. There we go. Rope's heading steady. See, sometimes it's best not to worry about it. Tense all up. Because I know when I tense up on the cyclic, which you should never do, it's you start getting over inputs. And then you're fighting it, and then you're lost it at that point there. You should never be fighting the stick. You should kind of just be patiently waiting for it to go where it wants to go, and then once it's there, and you're already making your input for the next movement. Patience, patience, patience. And someone was commenting, don't get too Tom Cruise on the controls. I wouldn't get too Tom Cruise on anything. White female nurses coming up. We can get on those, or they can get on me, and that's a pretty equal equation. Next time I'm going to try to remember maybe get a Benny Hill theme, but I don't know if that's copyrighted, so I don't really want to get my videos flagged, but it'd be cool, we'll do some... if I ever get any crashes on film, I don't really want to be crashing anymore, because I try to treat this realistic. But if I ever have any crash footage, we'll do some Benny Hill theme movies. Put a crash montage. I think we're still too far, we're going to have to bring this down, yeah. there's the tower. Visual on the tower. I'm gonna check this message real quick. Try this. He wasn't too happy about the rain, so he left, but came back there. And we still have almost 2 hours till reset. If you're ever in the server and you're in the Huey and you ever wonder when the server's gonna restart without trying to get too technical, like leaving and rejoining, if you look at the clock, I believe at noon or 1200 hours, which is, it's only a 1200 hour clock, 12-hour clock, it'll restart. And it's been pretty consistent on that, and sometimes it's rain and then rain, and sometimes it's rain and sunny. Sometimes it's sunny and then sunny with rain. What's going on with my feet here? Some random foot cramps on the pedals there. Don't know if that happens to any of y'all. Pop and smoke. Oh, Papa Smoke. I wonder if that'd be a cool shirt to make, like Papa Smurf, but Papa Smoke. Actually, yeah, maybe if you're into popping or smoking a greenery, that would be kind of fun. Might keep that. If I remember that, I write that down and put that in a Shopify maybe design there, or whatever you call it. Oh boy, I forgot we had cargo there. Hopefully we did not hit that hydro line. It's alright, got right out there, ADHD. Oh, I forgot about that throttle. So, oh boy, let me pull that up again here. This is gonna be, I can never get this load steady again here. Ooh, my load is swinging side to side. Thank you very much. What was I gonna say there? So that random throttle and crap, I don't know if something happened there to my throttle, if it was a Windows update. Most of the time, it's been pretty good today. It was wild the other day. I had to literally recalibrate. But no, 2-3 updates ago, I think it was when the Apache came out. Or does that make sense? 864? Apache? Yeah, I think it's Apache. Anyway, that was that big ass download, and I don't know, maybe they're dual throttle fuck or something there. Anyway, either that or maybe it's one of my newer Windows updates. Might have did some crap there, but. Let's drop her a bit and not put the throttle full again. Yeah, there we go. We gotta dump some speed. You guys see the tower up there? And I was gonna tell some people there, when you're sling loading, that's just my reference point for when I'm starting to lose altitude and start my descent for my landing. Way out there. So if you guys are doing cargo and you're wondering like how long should I be starting to get ready for my landing, it's like way out there. Oh, I can hear that, even that tiny little throttle I heard. I've flown this helicopter, oh, gotta be about 5,000 hours now over the years. And I can hear these tiny little things that I don't think you guys would pick up on. We're way too high right now for this. I'm gonna drop some. Looks like snow's waiting for me here at this. So maybe we'll call it a day after I land. So if you guys want and you're interested in Maxflightstick, and we've sorted out this collective issue at some point there, and you want to buy some, go to maxflightstick.com, enter code ARTISTICFLIGHT, all one word at the checkout, save yourself 7%. And a whole bunch of different goodies there you can get. Doesn't matter what you get, if it's a set or not. Why are we... Oh, low fuel. Okay, good. Oh, man, I thought we were trooping out the RPM again. I want to be careful here because I damaged my cargo the other day on the landing. So you want to be nice and slow. And I was going to show you guys, you can use this window with your light as a reference when you're landing the cargo. And I'm going to drop it just beside this part. And I want to get it into a hover first. And we're going to chop it real slow if we want this cargo to not get damaged. I'm just going to take my time as I don't want to fly into the building either. And we'll get this thing dropped here. I'm a little close, but in a moment you guys will see the light what I'm talking about. And a little squirrely here, but I'm in a hover and I'm holding cargo. And the throttles can probably, hopefully not acting up, so I don't crash here. If we lose RPM, we'll be fucked. Anyway, sorry about the language and my squirreliness. I don't want to damage the cargo, so we're going to go down. There's the light reference. And you can use that reference or as you're going down the building. Man, I wish this was a nicer... There we go. Oh, it's too quick. Here. Fight stick. Fight stick. Maybe I can actually drop this on the thing. Well, there we go. Cargo unhooked. Okay, good, it's not damaged. Okay, so that's why I'm squirrely and took my long ass time there. Let me turn around. Oh my god, I can't fly with shit. I think it might have disappeared because I'm so slow. Anyways, you guys are probably going to get VR sickness from that there, and I'm going to land, and... Oh boy, squirrely. Anyways, you guys have a great day, have a great night, or whatever evening. I'm going to get off the controls, go stop this here, and we'll probably need some fuel in a minute. Oh, what did I touch? Got some cables going on here. Anyway, it's gonna get up, take this up, put it on record, we'll go external view. And let's take my VR off. Get out of it. And we'll go turn this off. Sorry, I got my laptop on the other side of the room here. Anyways, guys, have a great day. And God love you. And peace all over.